Thomas More was born in London in 1478 and studied to become a lawyer. Recognized for his great intelligence, impartiality, and wisdom, he rose through the ranks of Parliament and earned King Henry VIII's favor until he became Lord Chancellor in 1529. However, he resigned 3 years later when he could not support Henry's divorce of Catherine of Aragon and marriage to Anne Boleyn. In 1535, he was convicted of treason and beheaded. 400 years later, he was canonized. As part of its mission, Sacred Heart University aims to assist in the development of people knowledgeable of self, rooted in faith, educated in mind, compassionate in heart, responsive to social and civic obligations, and able to respond to an ever-changing world. Students in the honors program are invited to explore unique and creative ways to integrate these dimensions into their lives. St. Thomas More is an exemplar of living out this mission. From a young age, More was torn between the priesthood and matrimony, eventually discerning that marriage was his strongest desire. Over the years, his Catholic faith fueled all his life's work. A highly respected intellectual, he wrote extensively on matters of law and theology and was befriended by some of the best academics of his time. Deeply devoted to the king, More was a powerful and wise public servant. His work and actions were always guided by steadfast moral principles. The clearest example of this moral influence occurred in the most difficult decision he ever made. He could either publicly endorse King Henry VIII's divorce, remarriage, and claim to be head of the English Church, or he could follow the dictates of his conscience and repudiate Henry's actions. This decision was made all the more difficult by his beloved daughter's entreaties to avoid a traitor's death and support the king. More's ultimate choice to follow his conscience was contrary to the expectations of both society and his family, but he was willing to forsake reputation, profession, and even filial attachment to do what was right. Incredibly, More did not fall prey to self-pity when faced with his death. Instead, he maintained his typically cheerful disposition and provided for others' needs ahead of his own to the very end. By his example, St. Thomas More challenges us to grow beyond ourselves, to seek the truth wherever it may lead, and to serve our world with grace and magnanimity. Prayer to St. Thomas More for lawyers. Thomas More, counselor of law and statesman of integrity, Mary Martyr, and most human of saints, pray that, for the glory of God and in the pursuit of his justice, I may be trustworthy with confidences, keen in study, accurate in analysis, correct in conclusion, able in argument, loyal to clients, honest with all, courteous to adversaries, ever attentive to conscience. Sit with me at my desk and listen with me to my clients' tales. Read with me in my library and stand always beside me so that today I shall not, to win a point, lose my soul. Pray that my family may find in me what yours found in you: friendship and courage, cheerfulness and charity, diligence in duties, counsel in adversity, patience in pain, their good servant, and God's first. Amen.